This morning, I let my child fall off the bed, and I know some of you will think that that's mean, irresponsible, or I'm a bad mother, but let me just explain. I have told them a million times to stop jumping and doing cartwheels on the bed, and normally when I tell them, they stop immediately, but the following day, what happens? They do it again, and I realized that they needed some natural consequences, babes. So this morning, when Maya was doing her little kick lick on a bed, aka doing handstands, and I said to her, do you think that's safe? I like to ask questions, it forces them to think. And then she said, yeah, it was safe. I said, okay, cool, it was safe. She perhaps had made a calculated decision that it was safe to do handstands on the bed. So she has put her hand on the floor and then she's leaned up against the mattress. I'm like, okay, cool. What happens a few minutes later? She falls. 100%. And I knew she was going to fall because I'm her mother and I'm paying attention. And I was standing right there, by the way, when she fell. So she falls and she cries. I don't jump and go straight in. I don't panic and start, oh, is everything okay? No. I let my kids cry. I let them cry and I let them ask for a hug. You might be thinking, again, that's a bit mean, but I want them to know, one, crying is not a problem in my house. You can cry as much as you need to. You are simply upset, you are sad, you're expressing yourself. Cry, baby, cry some more. It's cool. And also, I want them to know that when they ask for help, they will receive the help. So as soon as she said, I'd like a cuddle, I said, no problem, baby, and I gave her a cuddle. We did this rocking motion. Moms, you know, we rock like this. And then I just talked her through what happened. I said to her, you know, explain to me what had happened. She said that she fell off the bed. I said, why do you think she fell off the bed? She explained why she fell off the bed. I said, do you remember yesterday when I said that it wasn't a good idea to jump on beds? And what did you think? She paused. It was a long pause. It was a pause that said, I don't want to agree with you, but deep down, I know I do. And I didn't interrupt the pause. I let her do her thing. And then she said, yes. I said, okay, cool. I said, no, do you agree with me that perhaps jumping on the bed isn't a good idea? She also said yes. A few minutes later, but she said yes. And the point is, I am confident that tomorrow we have a better chance of her not jumping off the bed. So 100% I let her drop off the bed because it was a calculated decision. The bed is super low. I knew that she couldn't break up any bones. And also, this is age related. You're about to be 5, babes. We need to use our logical thinking and our reasoning because I will be damned if my babies do not have some common sense. My darling, you're welcome.